and bring in Coach Barry Switzer. Dad, I'll let you bring him into the show.
Well, we're glad to have Barry back on. He's duck hunting or goofing off last week, and finally got him where he can talk football. Good morning, Barry. How are you, boy?
Good morning, Wimp. How are you guys doing? Not very
We're okay.
Used to go on what you're going through, are you?
We're going through all that bull crap. Looks like right now that Utah and Oklahoma are sitting there waiting for Georgia to get beat in this game Saturday in Atlanta. I think they probably will. LSU probably beat them. Is this Oklahoma team? How good is this Oklahoma team?
They're better than they were last year.
Oh, really?
So they don't have Kyler Murray. I think quarterback Jalen Hurts has done a great job doing what they're doing. They've designed a playbook to fit him, and they're using him quite a bit. You know, he's a leading rusher on football team. He carried the ball more times for more yards than any of our offensive players, and he has done a great job for us. He hasn't protected the ball as well as maybe we'd like, but he has played well to win the games. Our defense let us down in a couple of games, but we have improved defensively, and that's where we needed some help, and we've gotten a little bit better by our recruiting and our coaching, and those things have made this a pretty good football team. I don't know whether we deserve to be in the playoffs. There's some strong teams this year. Obviously, I've always thought LSU job Wimp was a sleeping giant for years and years. Because I recruited that state when there were no one taking black players out of the state in the 70s. I recruited hard. I got great kids out of St. Aug. I had several All-Americans play for me out of St. Aug in the 70s. And I just knew right then, I tell you what, I remember going across to Ward 9 or what's it? I forgot where he was. I had took a damn ferry across. I was trying to recruit Terry Robisky. Yeah. Remember Terry Robisky, running back, played in the league and all. His son played at Ohio State. But Terry was the quarterback. And I told him, I said, Terry, they're telling you they're going to play you quarterback in LSU. Bullshit. They're not going to do that. And you know I will. And he said, yeah, they promised me. A week later, they had him at running back after he signs with LSU. After already practicing with LSU. And I hadn't seen him in 20 years. And I walked out on the field. I was coaching the Cowboys. And we were playing the Redskins in RFK Stadium. I walked up behind him. He didn't see me, and I grabbed him, and I whispered in his ear, told you where they were going to play your quarterback. He fell to his knees and started laughing. I said, I knew you were going to tell me that the first time I saw you. I knew you were going to come tell me that. Yeah. And that's the truth. I knew then that LSU had so much talent there that they weren't recruiting. And then I watched them once the last several decades. They've been a good defensive team, but they've never been an offensive team. They've never stayed with had the offensive coordinator or the coach that stayed with what was in tune and what was working well in college football. Now they are. That quarterback they've got, receivers, and the way they spread out, the things they're doing now are what Oklahoma and Mike Leach and Lincoln Riley have been doing the last couple of years. They've really been putting up big numbers offensively. So LSU is a giant that is awakened. And as long as they keep this coaching staff, certainly the coordinators, because head coach don't call all these plays. You know, all these damn pro coaches and college coaches get all these all great. Got to keep it. Hey, it's the people around them. It's the athletes they got and the assistant coaches they've got. Those things happen. Head coach has got his job, but I promise you, it's a collective group of them making it happen.
Yep.
We're talking with Coach Barry Switzer. Coach,
I give you too damn much.
No, that was good.
Great.
Good stuff. Oklahoma Baylor play again. That was a great comeback a few weeks ago with Jalen Hurts in Oklahoma. How do you see this game going this Saturday?
Well, this game could go either way. You know, Baylor is a good football team. I'm telling you, 11-1 Baylor is damn good. That coach has done an outstanding job there. He's a pro coach. He came in there. The first year he goes 1-11, goes 7-6 last year. Now he's 11-1. He's going to be able to recruit off that. The quarterback that plays this Brewer kid, Charlie Brewer's granddad, played at Oklahoma for Bud back in the early 50s, and that was a long time ago. And so he's got an Oklahoma tradition background, but he's playing for Baylor, his grandson, and he's doing a hell of a job for him. Receivers are good, back's good.
I want to ask you about Mike Leach. We got 3 openings in the SEC. 3 head coaches already been fired as of yesterday.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Yeah. Mike Leach is the best coach out there. If you want to be able to have a guy that can recruit offensive talents, quarterbacks and receivers, offensive linemen, because everybody knows what this guy can do. He's made up winners of programs. Or Texas Tech made him a 10-win season. Go to Washington State and win 10 games. Every season he's been out there. He is a winner. He has got a reputation in college football that I think a lot of administrators and college presidents are scared of. Most of those guys don't want a personality stronger than theirs. You know what I mean? They want to be. But this coach is a lawyer. He's smart. He got a law degree. He has got a great personality. His players love him. He's a tough son of a gun, and he is a great offensive football coach. Of the 8 coaches in Oklahoma staff were coached for Mike Leach. You got that? Now think about that. 8 coaches on the Oklahoma staff, including Lincoln Riley, are all mentors of Mike Leach.
Wow!
So it's it's kind of neat. But anyway, he's a hell of a prospect. I mean, a great coach. I don't know whether people down there know enough about him or want him, but players and high school coaches know who the hell he is.
How about Coach? How about Lane Kiffin? Is he a guy that should be hired in the SEC? What kind of coach is Lane Kiffin?
Well, I think he's a good coach. I don't know. I know a lot of other things, but I think I give it to him. But he's got some baggage. But I'm going to tell you something. He's a damn good football coach, and I think people in Tucson, coach down there tell you that. But his dad, Monty, was a hell of a football coach, defensive coach. But anyway, he's a good one. But I don't know. He's got a pretty good job, isn't he? I don't know what he's making over there.
Barry, A&M getting in the SEC, I thought was going to affect recruiting, but they can't. I don't know whether they're not getting any players or Jimbo hasn't had enough time. What's the deal there?
No, I don't think. If they got the best players in Texas that come to Texas for A&M, they could win without going over that league.
Yeah.
But these players get divided up. Oklahoma gets their share, Texas, the other schools. But I thought it was a mistake for them to go over there. And I think Texas ran them off, and the politics here probably got rid of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, it happened, and Missouri made a mistake. Arkansas damn sure did.
Yeah.
Fringes of this league. That's the hard job, boy.
Arkansas. Ooh, that's tough. That's so down right now. How about the Iron Bowl, Coach? Did you get a chance to see it? Some crazy plays.
I got to watch the second half. Oklahoma played at 7 that evening, and I was traveling to the site to see them play, but I got to see the last of it. And I thought Auburn had a chance in the game. I don't know what the line was on the game, but I thought Auburn's been a good football team all year, and they know how to play Alabama. They get ready to play that bunch. You bring Alabama and Oklahoma bring out the best in everybody. I promise you. You play time with teams like Everett, positions like we have. You get the best. Everybody's got it.
What's the difference in what you did recruiting? And you stayed after it, but the recruiting's changed so much. You didn't really have. I think when Coach Bryant came to Alabama, there wasn't a numbers game. You didn't work. You just signed as many as you could sign. It's changed a great deal, hasn't it?
Well, it sure. When I first started recruiting, we weren't in the NCAA. We Big 8 conference. We recruited 90 players over a 2-year period. We could take 50 one year and 40 the next. We could take 45. You could bank 5. So basically, we were recruiting about 50 players a year. And when you do that, if you get good players, you're not leaving many in the pot. This is back long ago before there's the population we have in the United States today. And when Texas and Oklahoma and Nebraska took 50, it didn't leave many for the rest of them. So the NCAA's, probably wanted to bring about parity. They've done it, bringing it down to an aggregate of 85 scholarships and limit the walk-ons, and it's killed the Nebraska program and it's affected a lot of people. And that's why you see teams today considered for national championships. 20 years ago, it's the same 10 every year, but now it's different because of number of games, limited number. But 30 scholarships came in and made freshmen eligible in 72. And and then but you still 30 you could still go with good players and still be able to redshirt a bunch. You just have a lot of numbers out. But when we're taking 50 a year, we'd have 300 kids dressed out. We'd all be colored jerseys. You know, it was the orange team, the red team, the black team, the white team. It's every color you name. They're all we have wore those jerseys. So because you had so damn many numbers, and that's all gone. They're all in '85 today, and there's a lot of good players out there being recruited. That's why a lot of people have gotten better.
Is there any way at all to compare Utah and Oklahoma?
Well, I don't know. You know, they haven't played. We've played about 4 teams in the top. When we played them, they were in the top 10 or 15 in the country. And
yeah,
I think they played one in the top 25. You know, you can compare them that way. Someone went over those stats the other day. I didn't pay much attention to them, but you know, obviously, you know, we played a tougher schedule than they did, but better teams than they have.
Texas took their staff. Tom Herman, he fired the defensive, offense coordinators, demoted. I don't know whether you want to go to work. He fired everybody on staff.
Well, they went 7. You know, they had a big dip this year when they expected a lot of things to happen. The same people he brought there, weren't they? The same people.
Yeah.
So someone had to take a hit. I guess that's what coaches. You know, I think that happens in football, making kids feel like they got a better chance bringing a new coach in.
You got, you know, you're an Arkansas guy. You know all about Arkansas. Is that thing? I know. Is that thing? Can they turn that thing back decently or not?
Look at who they got to play. They got 4 losses made schedule. They're not going to be as good as those people. Yeah. There's too many good schools. Kids are recruited to come to Arkansas. Got to pass over to get to Arkansas. It was hard to get to, and it's on the perimeter of the league. And then all the talent pool is way south of them. They had a better chance to stay in the old Southwest Conference and play Texas. You know, recruiting Texas and played all over Texas. Their families, people they recruited out of Texas, it's easy for them to get to Fort Worth, to Waco, to Dallas, to Austin. You know, it was easy. Just move around the state of Texas and with mamas and daddies to see the kids play, and then every other year get to drive up Fayetteville and make it a vacation. You know, they were the only school that wasn't in the state of Texas. No, I told Frank, the only reason Frank did it, when Frank called me, told me he was going to go in the SEC, I said, "You're doing it for money, aren't you?" And he said, "Yeah." And you're going to get your damn ass whipped for money. Hope you were prepared for that. Yeah. But he did, and that's what happened.
One other thing I want to ask you about Dallas. They say they're going to fire the coach. You can throw that crap with
if they don't get in the playoffs, you're going to have to. That's one of the things in pro football. It's a suitcase job. If you can't do what the expectations are, you don't get there. They want to give the players, those 53 players they got, maybe psychologically they'll bring someone in there, new program, new system, new coordinators, defensive coordinators that they give them a chance to win. Players start believing that. You know, the game is played from the neck up, but you know, and so you know, just the change a lot of times is a positive for a football team, especially a mature football team.
Coach, lastly, talk about Jalen Hurts, what you've seen this year from him there at Oklahoma. And will this guy be an NFL quarterback?
You know, I see him throwing the pretty balls sometimes. You know, his balls are sometimes they look great. I mean, really, he's not consistent in that, but he maybe gets consistent. Let me tell you something. Lamar Jackson has become a quarterback, and he didn't look worth a damn for a while. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, I've seen a transition there that's it's impressive as hell. So if Lamar Jackson can do it, I think Jalen Hurts can do it. But you know, he's got a strong arm. He can throw the ball a long way. He's tough. His speed is so damn deceiving too. He's got great speed and tough, strong, 220. Hard to get down if he wants to. You know, these guys slide so much in this damn league nowadays. But if the wishbone quarterback, I wouldn't have had him slide. He'd been ricochet romance up through there, going north and south. He can't play. You got to be tough to play quarterback from my playbook.
Lincoln Riley going to stay at Oklahoma?
There's a lot of there. I heard the other day that Bob Stoops is going to Florida State. Someone told me, he called me, a big Florida State buddy of mine, said, "Hey, we're going to sign Bob Stoops." And I said, "Good luck." But Lincoln Riley, the only job Lincoln would take would be a pro job, but more people want the job he just left than one he took, I promise you.
Yeah.
You got Oklahoma's one top 3 or 4 jobs in the country.
Yep.
They make $6 or $7 million a year, and they can recruit consistently enough to win in the league they're in. Their talent is, and hell, they've won 5 championships in a row. Of course, I want to just mention I won 9 in a row here, so and I want to let them drop. Then
you get that in there, yeah.
Say that they talk about back to back.
Yeah, tell him to call you in 4 years.
4 in a row. But anyway, he would take maybe a pro job, but I doubt whether he'd leave this place right now.
Well, Barry, you got anything with him?
We're good. Thanks, Coach.
How's Jim doing in Little Rock?
He's not playing golf because it's winter. He's griping, bitching, and he calls me. He's grumpy. He calls me every other day.
Now, tell him I said hey.
All right, he does. I do. I tell him, well, hey,
thank
guys,
you. I appreciate you being on, Barry.
Thank you, Coach.
You bet. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.